I launch my SaaS everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Product Hunt, Fazier, TinyStartup, TinyLaunch, Uneed, Fazier, you name it. I got some upvotes, some traffic, a few leads, but here is the truth that nobody tells you about launching your product. Getting to the top of the list doesn't mean that people actually want your product. Stick around and I will show you all the platforms where you can launch your SaaS and how you make it to the top of the list. I want to show you how to get to the top of the list. For that, the first thing that you need to do is create good title, descriptions, and good assets. So create good images or screenshots from your app, and also create a good demo video or a good video that explains your product. This one also will be very handy if you want to use it on your landing, because that is how you convert potential users to real customers when they can see how they can use your app. So please just spend time of this. It's just one time that you have to do it, but it's really worth it if you make it well. Other things that you can do is just asking to everybody everywhere for upvotes. This is just very tricky for me, or is what I think, because you ask people to get upvotes, but they are just your friends, followers on X or other social media. They are not your potential or real customers, but this can spike a little bit your product, and this can get you to the top position. So that means that potential customers will see you, because if you are on the bottom of the list, nobody's gonna check like most of the times for 40-50 products. But if you are on the top of the list, you have more chances for other people that are curious and they go into this platform to check it out and find your product, because it's just right in front of their eyes, right? You need to iterate fast. Many people or many potential users are coming to platforms like Product Hunt, and they check in products, and straight away they have questions about this product, so they make a comment. So if you are there, you can reply all these comments and give them an answer about these questions they have about your product. So this can quickly convert. If they have a question about this is covered, like for example, Spanish language, and you say yes, so these potential customers straight away they can convert. So if you ignore all these comments or all these questions that people ask, probably these potential users just vanish. So get a good admin feature in your SaaS, so you can track every day how many new users you have, so how many subscriptions, how they interact with your product. So this gives you real feedback. Pick up platforms where your potential audience can be. Like for example, for me, for my scuba apps, I just launch some on Product Hunt, but I know like this is not where my potential users can be. Maybe yes, but it's very unlikely, because it's more focused on tech, indie hackers, or this kind of general apps more than specific niche apps. So for my niche apps, I just use like a better like a TikTok or Instagrams. So just always like focus your energy wherever you think that you can find potential users. Focus on real feedback. Sometimes like you get upvotes and you feel like your product is amazing because all your friends are upvoting your product, but you need to get this real feedback. So what I was talking about, iterating with users. So as soon as you get all this iteration with the users, just ask the user what they need, what they think, and just don't take it personally and don't feel like your product is the best. So if you take this early feedback, you can quickly fix some bugs or improve some features, and this will attract some new users. Product Hunt. Everybody knows Product Hunt, and it's the first platform that I launched SEOzast. And Product Hunt is actually very hard and very tricky because it's well known, but also it's like very hard to climb to top positions because many people sponsor their SaaS and they say like unless you have a very good team, like you're not gonna make it to the top position. I actually have no idea about that. I just can say under my experience, like my top position was with SEOzast, that was on the 19th position. So yeah, for me it was very hard. Even I asked everybody to upvote, I couldn't manage to go on the top. But still, I got like a lot of traffic on my SaaS. I got a lot of questions on the comment and many people interested. And I got like 100 new users sign up. Obviously, not all of them they were paid users, but still, like it was good. Even I couldn't reach one of the top positions. I was very happy about the results that I got on Product Hunt. Peerlist. Peerlist is actually not one day launching, it's 1 week launching, and I have to say that I didn't focus as much as I did in other platforms, but I just shared a couple of times along the week on X, and I feel that it was like just shouting into the void, to be honest, and I don't know what positions I end. I think about as well like 19 because it was not like a lot of SaaS launching there comparing with the Product Hunt, but I didn't feel like the traffic or anything was changing much. Uneed. I really like Uneed, and not because I end on the top position, so I reached my first number one on these launching platforms. I like the platform itself, and also Thomas, the owner, was very nice with me and very helpful, so I kind of recommend more this platform. It's just nice because you can edit everything on the way before launching and schedule your launch like on other platforms. And also I got some traffic as well from Uneed and I think a couple of leads, so actually it was great, as I say, and that's why it's my top one launching platform. TinyLaunch, I ended up on the second position, which is not bad. And if you end in one of the top 3 positions, you get a backlink from there. You actually need to claim it because I didn't know that, and yeah, I checked and I didn't see my backlink. And when I post all this experience with all these launching platforms on X, just Chris, the owner, contact me and I claim my backlink and we fix it very quickly and very fast. But somehow I missed that email or that message. So if you don't claim it, you don't get it. TinyLaunch was overall good, but I didn't see any difference, or I didn't see much traffic or much leads on my SaaS. So even I reached one of the top positions, like nothing changed much actually. Fazier, I ended up on the number 1 weekly and the number 3 monthly. So it was actually great. Actually, people really like my SaaS there, and I got a lot of good reviews, I got a lot of questions, and people really interact with my SaaS, so that was very good because I could use all or some of these reviews as a proof on my landing page, especially at the beginning when I didn't have many users, so that was great. But I didn't like the platform much because as soon as you upload your product, you cannot edit it after that. So in case you want to change something, that is impossible. You can send an email and they will do it for you, which is great and I appreciate that. But I would like to have this feature because just make things easier for the users, I think. I also got some traffic as well from that and yeah, a few leads. So yeah, I was happy about Fazier. The last one, TinyStartups, I didn't like at all. Even I end up in the first positions. I cannot remember which position it was, but I think it was, I don't know, not maybe the top 3, but maybe the 4 or 5 or something like that. But I didn't like it much because the platform seriously was like the UI from hell. I just posted on X and the owner got very pissed off because he said that was a very bad way to give feedback. And I know, but on X you need to be like sure. And yeah, I say it like that because it was like this. Actually, you don't know if you are log in, log out, and there were a lot of comments about that. So there were a lot of replies on my post on X, like saying like I was right because yeah, it is like this. If you want to upload a product, like yeah, you never know if you are login, logouts, and it's an app. You cannot edit anything. You cannot go to your product and check it out as soon as you set the launching is all. And it was for me terrible. Seriously, I won't launch there again. And I didn't see much difference on the traffic when I launched there either. So when I launched SEOzast, because it was a SEO and AI search platform, and I think that it was a good fit for all these kind of platforms, I decided that I was launching everywhere, and I scheduled my launch like I didn't want to do it on the same day because I want to see if I got a spike on the traffic or if I got like some users, and I want to know how all these platforms work so I could give you some feedback and I could know how all this work for future launches. And that's why I scheduled like this, and also because I want to ask for support on X. At that point, I didn't have like so many followers. I think I was about 3,000, 2 or 3,000, and still, like I was sharing like at least like 1 or 2 posts like asking for upvotes, so people were upvoting, were supporting, and also I was sending some DMs as well. So to some other followers or some other friends, like please like support me. I know that they will support, and also because some people as well asked me for upvotes on LinkedIn, I was doing the same. Like don't worry, just send those emails, send those message, because in the worst scenario they won't reply or they won't upvote. Just don't send too many. I was like sending maybe like 5 DMs like every hour or something like that. So otherwise maybe you will get like punish or vanish on X. So that's why I did it like that. But I mostly share it like public. And also I was sharing a lot of posts with my photos or with photos of SEOzast and videos. And also I was at that point I was living on the boat, so it was very beautiful place to get photos with the SEOzast and a coffee and the ocean behind. So it was great and very aesthetic, so I know, and also helps. And after more or less like 2 weeks launching everywhere, I was exhausted because I have to plan all the content, and also I was working 12 hours on the boat with no days off, and I feel that it was a lot of work for the traffic that I got or for the users that I got. I'm glad that I launched in all these platforms because I learned a lot about launching, about SaaS, about users, about feedback, about everything. So I don't regret it. And also at some point, I didn't care much about being on the top of the list. I just stopped chasing all these vanity metrics, and what I really care about is like building a product like people really want to come back again and again, and this is what actually matters. I have to say, like, I didn't pay anything for launching my SaaS in all these platforms. I just wait few weeks in some cases because if you pay, you can skip the line, but I didn't care. I have no budget for launching. I hope you like this video and now you have an idea where you can launch your SaaS and also how to get to the top list. If this was useful for you, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.